I think we're back, and I'm going to play Fortnite for the first time. Play Fortnite for the first time. Playing Fortnite for the first time. Fortnite for the very first time. Fortnite for the first time. Fortnite. Oh, anyway. How you doing? So, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. Simon Stream. From Wisconsin. Simon Stream. Anyway, what was that up? Simon Stream. So this is new to me, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm not going to connect my social yet. So we're gonna launch Fortnite. I want to see how this works. Everything's gonna go to this screen. I want it to go to this screen. It might take a minute for me to get this all together. Tell it to take it to screen 2. Or I might just have to move everything over to screen 2. Screen 1. Yeah, I think I do. So, give me a second here. Take a look at my battle base. I'm going to move this over here. And then I'm going to change this over to screen 2. It's going to take a second. Screen capture. There we go. And figure, I'll go over to 0. There we go. There we go. I'm going to allow some access. And now you're going to see things as I see them. Confirm the settings for my system. This is early access. I'll just do save the world. I don't know if you can hear the music. Let's see if you can. That's going crazy. There we go. We'll bring that audio down just in case. I'm gonna switch back and forth, so let's switch here. We'll switch back. There we go. All right. Save the World PvE campaign is paid early access microtransitions. Learn more. What? I thought this was supposed to be free. Okay. Do I have to pay for this? Okay, there we go. Season 4 begins. Brace for impact now. Hopefully you're not seeing screen jitter, but that's why I'm testing this out. Yep. CPU's doing good. All right. I'm guessing do I have to, can I create my emote? Okay. I just need to get my other stuff over. Hold on. This is what I want. I need to move this over here. No, that's resizing. I don't want to resize it. Stop resizing it. It's definitely taking some cycles away. Come on. Move. Move. What the heck? There. I'll move them one at a time. Cheese and crackers. Alright, they're out of the way. That's the important thing. Alright. Come back here. Let's play. I don't know. Doing a matchmaking thing. Waiting for server. Drop in, load up, pick a landing spot, and search for gear. Stay inside.
No, you're not. No, really? It's in the game. Guys, Geekazine is in the game. Ninja, oh my god. Ninja, I'm a fan. I plugged in my Xbox.
Okay.
Please. It's huge. DRK. I got banned from DRK for stealing their car. Alright. I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm so far away from you guys. I thought we were gonna land there. I didn't know. No, you're gonna scam me like Air did. Air Force 1000. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sir. I'm actually sorry, sir. Oh my god. MOI scheme. That's actually fun. That's actually what he said. He tried to get fired. He's like, I'm higher than rank.
Okay.
So I can't. Yeah. Sure. Come here.
Hmm.
Oh no! Oh wait. No, I'm sorry. What?
Surrounded.
Don't leave anything real in the skies, okay?
Eliminated.
Yeah, this whole game. We don't die.
I'm spectating you. Right, Matt?
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, my keyframe's low. uh, definitely was using a lot of cycles. I'm gonna try that again. Isn't there a training? Lots of store. They want you to buy a lot of stuff. Looks like
It was tango night. Our eyes met.
Alexa, stop. I must have activated her. Gotta be some settings here. A menu. Do private. Oh, that's just gonna give me a code of conduct on the thing here. Select game mode. Which is this. Settings. Full screen. Yeah, we're at high frame rate. Quality. Let's do medium quality. There's all the sensitivity, language, English, matchmaking, insert view, streamer mode, HUD scale. Let's do audio. There we go. Music volume 0. Sound effects volume. We'll go 25. Dialogue volume 25. Voice chat volume 0. Cinematics 0. No background audio. I see. Subtitles off. Quality low. Voice chat off. Push to talk on. Alright. Color correction. Colorblind mode. Interesting. Alright, what we got? So these are the WASD standard settings. Spacebar, not bound, so what do we got? Oh, okay, I see. Jump is spacebar. Sprint, left shift. Okay. Auto run, crouch. Crouch is left control. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay. Apply. Go back. Let's play now. Hopefully we'll get less noise. Less chatter from the chatters. Where am I going? Over there. Whoa. Suppose I could go over there. They're going that way. Got a storm coming in. Okay, messed up my key. Fire, there we go. I'm also missing something else here. Go back here. Alright. There we go. Maybe that should have been jump. Alright. A stream. Can I swim across? Click it. I have no idea what to do. Now I'm spectating somebody else. Who also doesn't know what to do. Oop, they got a gun though. And I'm back to the lobby. They changed me? Stop reading the paper. This doesn't make any sense. Going to the bus. Little Scooby van here. Woohoo! I suppose I should have searched that. Oh, now I got long hair. Five, four, three, two, one. It won't let me. Kill some old cars. Go inside the house. Oh, I can open it. Alright. Killed. I didn't do too well that time. But I got an idea. Doing a matchmake. Doing a matchmake. Doing a matchmake. Alright, here we are. Alright, here we go. Somebody's preying on newbies. We'll watch somebody else. Globetrotter. The last one. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time, see what happens. I'll play. And to find a match. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go this way. Alright, looks a lot better now. I'm not getting blown up right away. What are these? I don't get it. That's weird. I didn't get that. Do I have... I'm in the storm. Run! Run from what? Oh, I see. I was knocked out by the storm. I don't get it. Alright, well, that was Fortnite. Monkey faker. Yeah, I don't know. That was interesting, so hope you enjoyed it. Geek out, folks.